Hi everyone, bonjour à tous. This is Katie from Sudbury East for Craft Corner. Today for Craft Corner we are going to be making a homemade snow globe. It is a very easy and simple craft. Most of the materials you can find at your local dollar store. And we're going to get started. So first of all, you're going to need a mason jar. You can either use a small one or a large one. All depends either what you have at home or what you can find at, say, a dollar store or grocery store. We're going to need some glitter, or you can use fake snow, but I find glitter is a little heavier, so it works a little bit better in our jars. You're going to need some water to add to your mason jar. You're going to need either some little trees, or I'm sure you could find little snowman or Santa figurines at a local dollar store. I have here just some like berry branches, just to make it look a little seasonal. But like I said, you can add like little presents, you can add whatever you'd like. Also, another way to do this snow globe is you don't have to add water. You can just add your little trinkets and your glitter, and you can just shake it like that as you want. But we're going to do it today with some water. And you're going to need a hot glue gun to place everything properly. So here we go. You're going to remove your lid from your jar, and we are going to start by gluing our tree to the base of the lid. So we'll add some hot glue all over the bottom of this tree and then push it down hard. I'll remove it. Push it down hard so it sticks nicely. Try to center it the best you can. Also, I'm going to add a little bit of glue around the bottom just so it seals nicely. So add a bit more glue just to make sure it stays nicely and it doesn't fall off in our jar once we add the water. You can also use a crazy glue, Gorilla Glue as well, but I prefer my hot glue gun. So just keep adding. All right. Make sure it's on. Pretty sure I got it all. Double check. Alright, so while that seals, you're going to grab your cherry branches. And what I'm going to do is, because it's a little long, I'm going to cut the base just a little shorter. And you just place it however you'd like. I'm going to place it on an angle so that way it kind of looks a little pretty. So I'm just going to add my blob of glue to the side here and then stick my branch the best I can. Just hold it in place till the glue seals. Might have to add a little more glue after. So I might add just a little more to make sure that this stays in place and it's sealed. So here we go. Let that dry for a minute. While that's drying, I am going to add my glitter to my jar. So you want to add a fair amount of your glitter. I'd say enough to fill the bottom of the jar. So this should be enough, just enough to fill the bottom. And then we're going to add our water. And we don't want it all the way full, we just want it just before the top. So give that a minute, shake it around well. I might just even use my finger just to make sure that the glitter gets in there, that it all gets wet so that way it doesn't just stick to the top. You can use a popsicle stick, a spoon, but I'm just going to use my finger just to make sure it's all mixed around a little bit. And then I'm going to double check my tree Make sure the glue is all sealed. Might add a little more glue to this branch just to make sure it does not come off. I'd rather be safe so that way when I put it in, it doesn't all come apart. Even I find these dollar store trees, you might have to add a little glue to the base because it kind of just props into the stand. So maybe add just a little more glue just to be safe. As you can see, this is kind of what it looks like. This is my base. So I'll give a couple more minutes to dry. Just want to make sure this works. So give that a minute or two. Before we stick it in the water, I want to make sure my glue is all nicely dried. I think it's going to look really pretty. As we wait for this to dry, is there any other suggestions that you think we should add to our jar? As I mentioned, we can use fake snow, glitter, you can use water, no water. You could use, say, a little toy truck, gifts, a snowman, Santa, even maybe little pieces of wood. It's whatever you want in your seasonal jar, right? Because you want to decorate it however you'd like. Even if kids want to add in little toys that are able to be submerged in water or just without the water that you'd like to add in the jar. Like these snow globe can be anything you'd like. So the tricky part is when we're putting this in, that's why I added a lot of glue to the base of my tree, is you're kind of going to have to like squish it and then it'll pop up into the water. It's a little tricky. So I just want to still making sure this glue is sealing and dry before we submerge it. I'm so excited to see what it's gonna look like. Alright, I think we're good to go. So like I mentioned, you're gonna kind of have to like fold it in order for it to fit in your jar. Just gently fold it in the best you can. Push, push, push. Oh, here we go. And then what we're gonna do is you're gonna seal this as tight as you can, and then either use a glue stick or you can use, as I mentioned, crazy glue, gorilla glue, or a sealant. And I'm just gonna go around my jar and seal it the best I can. Just so that way once we flip it upside down, that it doesn't leak everywhere. Turn. These even make really cute seasonal gifts, or I'm sure you could even make fall, summer ones. There's all sorts of expanding ideas with this craft, but these would make really cute gifts. So I just want to make sure. Normally you should use a popsicle stick just to push down, just to make sure you're good. Give it a minute or two just to make sure it's dry, and then we will flip this over and see what it looks like. I think it's good. And give it a little shake. Oh. And here we have it. My snow globe. You can also do it where you glue your tree to the other end of the snow globe if you want it, say, upright. But it's very tricky to get a tree this size in this jar and to get it to glue and seal. I've tried it. It is very challenging. But yeah, this is our little seasonal snow globe. Just give it a good little shake. And then you got all the snow. And then you can let it sit and then everything will just sit to the bottom. Here, I'll try and hold it up so you can see it a little better. But yeah, there you have it, your snow globe. I might have added a little too much glitter, but I just wanted to make it sparkle. Just give it a little twirl so you can see. I really hope you enjoyed this craft video. Don't forget to leave me a comment below that you watched it, or even if you've tried to make your own snow globe, or if you have any suggestions for me. I hope you all have a great day. Bye everyone.